And Dave, we kind of have to start with a very familiar topic on this podcast, which is a speculated Kanye West album. So, yesterday afternoon, I was perusing Twitter and I saw Kanye was trending, which is always of interest to me. Anyone that listens to the podcast knows that we're both pretty big Kanye fans. And respectfully, Justin LeBoy, who hosts the Respectfully Justin podcast, um,
Revolt TV.
tweeted that uh, Kanye played his new album for me and Katie Trey 5, Kevin Durant, last night in Vegas. Man, listen, the production is light years ahead of its time, and the bars sound like he's broke and hungry trying to get signed again. Any artists who plan on dropping soon should just push it back. Hashtag respectfully. And with the emoji, like blowing air out of the nose.
Right.
And I read that and I'm like, fat chance. Like I don't believe we're gonna be getting a Kanye album soon, but it sounds like it might be happening. What's the update you got?
Right. So since that came out, which I think most people were definitely taking with a grain of salt, we have official announcement from Live Nation that there is a Donda listening event at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta this Thursday, the 22nd. Notable for many reasons, it's an official event reminiscent of the Yeezy Season 3 / Life of Pablo
Yeah.
listening event at Madison Square Garden in 2016. And I guess also similar to the Wyoming listening sessions for Ye and those albums, although that was more or less just media listening. And that definitely gives it some credibility because going in before that, I was like, all right, well, Revolt TV said something cool. Um, if he actually, I'm sure Kanye played him the music. I'm not doubting that, but there's no way if Kanye actually played him music in confidence, he'd be like, "Yo, that shit sucked." Obviously he's protecting his access, so it's really a worthless take, if you ask
Right.
me. Also, Kevin Durant's opinion on it probably doesn't matter too much. He is publicly said that his favorite Jay-Z album is American Gangster, which is a take. So again, you take what you have. But it seems like it's public. And more than anything else, I'm just struck with the fact that Donda is still the name of the album because
Hmm.
Donda is over a year old and there's just a litany of lost Kanye albums at this point. Good Ass Job, So Help Me God, Yandi, and Donda was the latest. And now
Hmm.
Donda may be, in fact, be unearthed. I'm sure there's still many iterations of Donda, and this is not what it was once at one time. But something's happening. There seems to be something real, and usually you don't actually have this much to latch onto when there's like a false flag when it comes to a new Kanye project, right? So I guess the hopes are up.
Yeah, I think the one thing that gives me a lot of optimism for this album, and I hate to say this, but he has had some turmoil in his personal life recently around a relationship, and that seemed to be something that has sparked some of his best work in the past. Obviously, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, with the relationship with Amber Rose and all the drama around that. Just seems like maybe we're gonna get an inspired or at least a return to form for Kanye is my hope. But I mean, what are your expectations of any Kanye project at this point? Jesus is King, obviously, I think the least exciting album that he's ever put out, and Kids See Ghosts we really liked. Ye was kind of middling. So where are you at?
Yeah, and well, I also just harken back to his brand new feature verse on the second posthumous album from Pop Smoke. Notably, not a return to form for Kanye
No.
as the rapper. Pretty clearly, no room for debate. And I think that's just what it is, right? Like Kanye hasn't felt like he's totally focused in on his bars, and when he's had a guest spot, they've just kind of been like stream of conscience. There's filler bars, like everything is just unfinished. And I don't know, maybe if he's not married to Kim K, he has more time. I don't want to blame her for anything at all. Like I don't think that's
No.
fair. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. He's seeing his kids less. Maybe I don't know if that's a positive in general. Um,
Right.
but maybe his circumstances are at least slightly changed and he can be more professional musician first and have less celebrity obligations. I don't really know. um yeah, I man, like you think of and like that, there's always just the carrot, right? Like there's moments on Jesus
Mhm.
King, there's moments on Yay. Obviously, the verse on Reborn on Kids See Ghosts is widely lauded. It's not like he's washed. He's just so inconsistent lately that just getting consistency would feel so awesome.
Yeah. I'm hoping that this is I'm hoping that this is at least on like the level of Life of Pablo, which I
Oh,
think you look back and
imagine that'd be
yeah,
sick.
yeah, 5 years ago we were like, you can see some of the seams
Mhm.
coming apart for Kanye, and then you look
I'm a
back and
fix
you're like, oh man,
wolves.
yeah,
We were so young.
Life of Pablo is just completely, I think it's aged really well in retrospect. So,
Yeah.
um, anyways, we're gonna keep you updated with Kanye. This all could blow up, and we're not gonna hear anything for months.
Mm.
We don't know, but I also want to say this seems pretty imminent. Seems like we might be getting an album, and the fact that we might get a Kanye album before a Drake album this year is
Oh,
unbelievable to me.
that is
So,
insane. Actually, come to think of it, wow,
yeah,
did
I
not
mean,
consider that.
Certified Lover Boy has been something we've been anticipating for months now. So the fact kind of just coming out of nowhere, it's just like, okay.
I made this in a
Um
week. Take it.
yeah, exactly.